What's going on YouTube? Warstorm here, coming at you guys in the video today. It's kind of a more special video today talking about Christmas shopping in general. Now, I understand this is a little late in the game in terms of, buying your Yu-Gi-Oh friends some stuff, but if you just want to get some last minute stuff, you happen to have some extra money to burn, this is going to be the guide for you. This is sort of also an update to the kind of like the stuff I use video. This is, by the way, none of the stuff featured in this video is sponsored content. This is just kind of a CYA thing for you guys. None of these guys are paying me. This is just stuff I own. This is stuff I like. This is stuff I've used, and I've had good results. Now, not everyone has good results with this stuff. Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. With all that out of the way, we'll go ahead and get to it. So, I'm not going to talk too much about product in this video because main goal is to show you guys some of the more stuff I use and some stuff you can get yourself for the Christmas season. Now, let's say you want to maybe look into getting another binder. Binders are something you kind of have to have whenever you go to locals or whatever. So you can have trades, you can have options to get your. One of the better options I personally find are Ultra Pro binders. This is my one that's more on the smaller side. But while there isn't a whole lot in here, it has a pretty good variety of stuff. You also have this particular one has like a double thing, so you can keep. Typically, I like to keep band cards in the back section. You guys can see. But these Ultra Pros aren't super expensive. They tend to run to about $8 to $10. You can get yourself a bigger one, kind of more for containing more trades you may or may not want to take to locals or whatever. Keep them in a bigger binder. Those typically run about $20. Pretty budget friendly. Personally, I like having the smaller one for taking the locals, taking stuff I know I'm going to get rid of, and then I have a bigger binder for keeping that stuff. So for the next part of this video, you might be like, well, maybe I want a mat, but I don't just want a regional mat. You guys know I use the Yangzing regional mat very regularly. Midnight, go cats! You're cute, but you mess up my audio. Get out of here. Right. So the main thing, the main thing is that I want to stress is that if you want something a little matte-wise, it's a little more unique, and Inked Gaming is actually a pretty good thing. This is the thing I bought from Inked Gaming a little while ago. I'm throwing it away for some reason, but neither here nor there. So the main thing is Inked Gaming actually does custom play mats. So if you want something, if you have an image in particular you want on a mat, Inked Gaming is something here. This is something, sorry for all the noise. This is actually a mat I had commissioned, I had made from them not too long ago. As you can see, it's got all the different Sky Strikers and their ace and their forms on here. These mats tend to run about a custom Inked Gaming mat will run you about $25, about $30 with the express shipping. So if you do want to get it quickly, they come in about a week and a half, which is pretty good timing considering you are buying a custom playmat. It's pretty good, and for the price, you'll pay a little bit more than maybe for a pre-made playmat online, and it's a lot cheaper than things like MetaMats. Now, granted, MetaMats is cloth mats, so if you want something, you just want your good old staple rubber mat with your own design, Inked Gaming is pretty much for you. They also do other custom things like I see sleeves on there, but the problem with their sleeves is that they're a bit too big for Yu-Gi-Oh cards. If you guys are unfamiliar, Yu-Gi-Oh cards tend to be on the small side for sleeves, so again, if you're ordering custom sleeves, it tends to be a little bit less. It tends to be for other card games that are more popular, like Magic. So speaking of sleeves, which I'm going to pull my deck box out for a minute to show you guys. So these are actually the sleeves I've been using a lot lately, which are Eclipse sleeves. Now, I do still like Hypermat Minis. Those are sleeves I still regularly use. However, Eclipse sleeves are actually pretty nice. So Eclipse sleeves are, they're called Eclipse because they're this on one side, and then they're another color on the other. They have a little bit of a less of a time frame as far as hypermats, but most sleeves tend to wear out with a lot of heavy shuffling anyways, and these are sleeves I've been using since the Houston Regional. So, but overall, they're pretty, as you guys can see on screen, they keep the card looking pretty pristine inside of it. and the edges kind of help a little bit keep the shuffling intact. So I am really happy with these sleeves. These are new sleeves that I'm trying, and I really do like them. They tend to run you about $6 to $8. So if you do want to get a hold of your own sleeves, this is probably the thing for you. Now, as far as deck boxes, you did see my deck box a minute ago, but I mainly own two. Now, this is one I've had for a while, for a very long time. It's a bit more beat up, as you can see, but these are monster deck boxes, or Ultimate Guard, actually. I get them confused. But anyways, Ultimate Guard has a lot of different options if you're looking for something a little bit bigger than this. And they tend to run about 20 to 25 bucks. You're kind of seeing like the general. That's a lot of these things are about that much. But I've always liked about these Ultimate Guards is that it is all in one compartment. So you can put everything. It's all in one place by itself. And the nice thing is it has a little latch in here. So if you want to put like dice, or if you're playing Pokemon, you can put coins in here. Pretty nice little thing to have to keep your dice, because if you're like me, you keep your dice in you have a little container for your dice. You keep in your bag. Now you just simply have it in your deck box. And what I've always liked, I like about it is how easily like the thing just slips on. If you guys can see on camera, it's really just like it slips on, and the magnets will stay intact with very little resistance. It's a very good deck box. It tends to run about 20 to 25 bucks. I got this off a friend of mine a long time ago. I really do like this deck box. This is typically houses my deck. I'm wanting to take to locals, but not playing. However, deck box I've been using for a very, very long time. I have highly recommended. This is what's called a deck protection deck box. So it's a little bit, all right, drop the card. It's a little bit older. It's a little bit more worn, obviously, because I've used it for a long time. You know, between this deck box has seen 2 years of formats, you know, nationals. It's seen a lot, but it's seen a lot of use. But anyways, so as you can see, you know, I've showed this deck box before. It's really got a really nice on the inside, typically red with the little deck protection logo, and it has two big compartments, as you guys can see. You can actually pull these out, which is pretty nice. So if you know, you can pull these out if you want to, and it can fit two. It can fit two entire deck boxes in here, and if you are playing Magic or Pokemon, it's not necessarily a bad thing, because it's, you know, they're sized for Magic size sleeves, so you can pretty comfortably fit two decks in here. What I like about this is you can fit, as you can see, you can fit, you know, a lot of times you don't want to put your main deck with your side deck, obviously, but as you can see, I have my field center here, and then I have some of my side deck cards, and then I have some of my extra deck. So as you guys can see, it tends to be a little better for keeping those things separate, because when you pull it out of the monster deck box, while it's good because it's still separated, you don't have to. Typically, when I set out my things on my playmat, I like to set my extra deck in a different spot and pull it out and set it on the table, because that's technically legal Konami rules. You have to have your extra deck sitting out on the table. It tends to be a pretty good option to keep them separate. These will typically run you about 20 to 25 bucks. I've seen them as low as $22, both online and at different events I've been to. So it's a very good deck box. You can get it in purple's not the only color. You can get it in a lot of different colors. It comes in like blue. I've seen them in blues. The blue one looks really nice, but I ended up with the purple one. But there's like a light blue one. There's a couple of other colors as well. Really good deck box. Comes highly, highly recommended. And I would, you know, purchase another one again. So anyway, guys, it's kind of a quick video talking about some products and stuff I recommend you buy this holiday season. So anyway, guys, as it comes to the end of the video, let me know, guys, if you guys have anything you're buying this Christmas season, and have a very Merry Christmas, guys. This is Warstorm, signing out.